what is up, guys? NatJamMedia here, and today here we are with us doing our my top 8 Harry Potter movies and Jam's top 6. I've seen all of them. Jam's seen 6 of them. So why don't we go ahead? I'm gonna be doing every movie. So why don't we start off? Jam, say a few of your words that you want to say.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel tonight. We're doing something a little different tonight. We're doing an audio, sort of an audio podcast that we're going to have
Pictures.
You'll be seeing some cover art from the movies on the screen, and this is something we do from time to time. We'll do like a little audio thing. So this is we're going to rank the Harry Potter movies.
Okay,
and as Nat said, I have not seen the Deathly Hallows movies in their entirety. I've seen bits and pieces of them. I know how they end. I've seen the ending. I know how the movie ends. But I have not actually just sat down to watch those two movies from front to back yet. So I'm not going to. So I'll just be ranking the first 6 movies, which I have seen in their entirety.
All right, so let's start off with number 8, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Sad story, sad everything. The whole movie is just sad and depressing. That's why it's my least favorite. It's just so sad.
So we're going to go back and forth, or are you going to do your entire list?
I can do my entire list.
Okay.
Should have said that before I started.
Well, it's all right.
Yeah. But Half-Blood Prince is just the saddest thing ever. The burrow catches on fire. Dumbledore dies. You don't remember that scene from Half-Blood Prince where the burrow gets on fire?
Yeah, where the Weasleys live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just so sad. They lost their home, sort of.
Yeah, but they're magicians, so they can whip up another one like that. They can just snap their fingers and they'll get another one.
Yeah. Okay. But it's still sad.
Well, that movie it's a dark movie.
A lot darker than Deathly Hallows.
I wouldn't say that, but
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
For me, it was.
So you think that's worse than Fred dying?
What?
You think that's worse than Fred dying?
Like Fred dies? Like, don't
Yeah, Ron's brother dies.
Oh.
That's pretty dark right there.
I thought you meant Fred on the YouTube
Then that
channel.
little rat dies, the talking rat. You know what is it? The
Peter Pettigrew?
Oh, the little the house thing. What are those? The rats, the talking rabbits. What are those things?
House elves?
What are what are the little? Never mind.
Okay, number 7, The Deathly Hallows Part 1. Now, this movie I found to be not really a Harry Potter movie at all. There's really nothing to do with Hogwarts in that movie.
Even though, well, the name of the movie series is Harry Potter, not Hogwarts.
No.
The movie's about Harry Potter. The school technically isn't even really important to the movies. This is where he actually happens to be.
Yeah, but is this your part of your review?
Oh, you're going. Trust me, because you're going to interject when I'm doing my list. You're going to talk all kind of stuff. So I'm just stating my claim here. Go ahead.
But yeah, I got kind of bored of the Deathly Hallows Part 1 because, I was just bored of sitting there looking at them stay in the forest or
Well, those movies are for an older audience, really, I think.
Yeah. But so boring, staring there, just going, oh, when are they going to get out of this forest? Even though there are some epic scenes in the very beginning of the movie, like when they're riding the motorbike and stuff in the air, and it's really cool. It's like the beginning was good, but then the middle of the movie came out. Number 6, The Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, don't get me wrong, this is probably the most epic of the series, but the only problem I had with The Deathly Hallows Part 2, it should have been longer than the first part. It was too short for the second part. The second part was too short.
Yeah, but those two movies are really one movie.
I know.
So it's really long. It's actually the longest movie of the series.
Yeah, but that's not legitimately.
Okay.
That's not legitimately. Chamber of Secrets is legitimately the longest one of the series, since it's not split into 2 parts.
Yeah, 161 minutes to be exact.
Yeah. Really close to being 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 5, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh boy, this one just has so much amazingness, and then it has a little bit of flaws. One of the flaws about The Prisoner of Azkaban, that there was only you only got to see one Quidditch match.
Why is that a flaw?
Because in the book, you got all 3 Quidditch matches, and
these aren't sports movies.
Yeah, but in the other movies, they showed all 3 Quidditch matches. In 1 and 2, they showed all 3 Quidditch matches.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
They only showed 1 Quidditch match.
Okay.
But the reason why is because Harry didn't get the firebolt till the very end of the movie, and in the book he got it right after he broke his broom. So that's why. So number 4, the one that started them all, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This movie was just a really good one to start the series off with.
Piece of trivia. Around the world, it has a different title.
I know, Philosopher's Stone.
The Philosopher's Stone. You're so smart.
But now, in our area, it's called the Sorcerer's Stone.
Right.
So people out of our country. Okay, we'll call it the Philosopher's Stone.
No, we call it the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
So we're reviewing the U.S. version.
Yeah.
The U.S. title.
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Stone. Or Philosopher's Stone, wherever you live. It might be philosophers, it might be sorcerers. So, it matters of what game you get, what book you get, or what movie you get. It was just a very great movie to start off. It had some of the best acting of the series. It was really cool with the wizard chest area, Fluffy. That's our dog's name. Our dog turns 3-headed at Hogwarts. Our dog goes to Hogwarts and gets 3 heads.
Oh, wow.
And also, I really like how Professor Quirrell had Voldemort on the other side of his head.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Mm-hmm. Especially the mirror also. That mirror was really good. The visibility cloak and everything. Number 3. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Best acting of the series. The acting was amazing. The story was amazing. Everything was really amazing about this movie. But the only reason why I put it at 3rd place was it was too short. It is the shortest movie in the series. It is the shortest movie of the series. And for such a long book, why was the movie so short? I don't know.
If you look at the Deathly Hallows movies as separate movies, it's the second shortest because the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is 130 minutes.
But the thing is, you can't go talking about your list because that's on your list, not on my list. So you just interrupt it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And by the way, that's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is legitimately the shortest in the series. How many times do I have to say it? That's a second part of a movie.
Okay.
It's not legitimately the shortest.
You've made your point.
It was just too short for a book that was so long. I don't know why.
Well, they split it up into 2 movies.
No, they didn't. They didn't split Order of the Phoenix up into 2
Oh,
movies.
well, I'm sorry. Never mind.
And Deathly Hallows is even shorter than Order of the Phoenix, so I don't get it.
Well, people don't want to sit in the movie theater for like 10 hours. You gotta shorten them up some.
Well, I'm not sure in the Mope where they're about a little longer than 2 hours.
Okay.
Number 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is probably one of the best movies of all time. Looking at everything. Tom Riddle was a really good part of the book and movie and everything. I think Chamber of Secrets was an amazing sequel to Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone.
Although technically, the Harry Potter movies are a series, so I'm not sure if technically they are considered sequels. Because it's a series of stories, and they were always going to make them. So I'm not really sure if if the other movies count as sequels.
There's a sequel of 2, it's Prisoner of Azkaban. The sequel of Prisoner of Azkaban is
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think it works that way.
The sequel of
We will respectfully disagree with each other on that one.
a sequel of something is the thing that comes after that.
Well,
and the prequel of it is the thing that came before that, or something that took place before.
Well, that's true with the classic definition of the word, yeah.
So yeah, you really gotta think before you speak.
I always think before I speak.
No, not always.
Always.
Nuh-uh.
I pride myself on thinking before I speak.
Mm-mm.
I like to contemplate my thoughts.
But Chamber of Secrets is awesome with the petrifying.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
The blood writing on the walls, the parcel tongue. Wait, I can do something from the video game.
You can.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Let me rip you.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Let me tag you. Let me kill you.
Wow.
That was in the game.
That's right.
He hears him running. He hears that.
Is that in the movie?
No, it's just in the book.
Just in the book and the video game?
Yeah.
Wow. That's very cool. That's kind of creepy.
In the movie, it's something like you don't actually hear it in clear language like you do in Sorcerer's and Philosopher's Stone. And then, you could probably guess it, number 1, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Favorite everything. Favorite book, favorite movie, but I'm not sure about favorite game. No.
Well, we're not reviewing the game. So.
Yeah. But I love the book, and I love the movie. The Triwizard Tournament, the other schools, the acting, the awesome thing that Neville gave to Harry that made him have webbed feet. That was hilarious. Seeing how Voldemort came back to life was an awesome, epic intro to... If it wasn't for Goblet of Fire, then you wouldn't have gone Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows.
Well, it was planned that way, right?
Yeah, but if it wasn't for that one area. The only sad part of Goblet of Fire is when Cedric got killed, right when they got there.
Yep.
But... they didn't know that the code would be a port key. So Goblet of Fire takes number 1's place because it is just so interesting.
It is a very interesting movie, absolutely.
It is the most adventurous, and legitimately, it's the second longest, 157 minutes. Mm. I think Mike Newell did a really great job directing that movie.
Yes, he did.
So,
very cool.
That's my list. Now it's time for Jam's list.
Okay, like I said at the beginning, I'm just going to rank the first 6 movies because I have not seen the Deathly Hallows 1 and 2 in their entirety yet.
All right. Now his is kind of not interesting at all.
My list is extremely interesting. Let me say this. I find the Harry Potter movies, I find them hard to rank because I think they're all really, really outstanding. Mm-hmm. I like each of these movies a lot. And so ranking it is just sort of, it's kind of difficult because even if I put one before the other, the difference between them is so minuscule that it's like. And
some of them have the same story. 4 and 5 have the exact same story. Voldemort.
Well, not the exact same story.
Voldemort.
Well, the whole thing's about Voldemort. The entire movie series is about Voldemort and Harry.
Well, the thing was, in 1 through 3, that really wasn't the whole purpose yet.
Well,
So
but
4 changed the whole series.
yeah, but they had to like ease into it because
Yeah.
they couldn't get too heavy in those first 3 movies
Because
for the first couple of movies because
he was still kind of young.
Harry was still kind of young, so they had to kind of ease into the darkness.
The only thing I really find weird about the change between Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban is like every character changed from Chamber of Secrets. That was just ridiculous. They must have cast that spell on themselves. Ridiculous!
Mm.
That is just a ridiculous change.
But so this is my ranking of the first 6 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start out with number 6.
Since that's what like everybody does.
Since
That's like the most.
I've got the list up here.
That makes it more important.
Yeah, I've got. So I'm putting the first movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, in my 6th place.
Or Philosopher's Stone. Just
Our Philosopher's Stone, depending on what part of the world you're in. Not because I think it's a bad movie, just because
He really prefers them when they're older.
Well, yeah, the story gets more interesting to me when they're older. I sort of find it hard to believe. Well, let me say it. He's what, 10 years old, that movie? 10?
No.
He's 11.
11.
I just find it interesting, even in a fictional universe, for an 11-year-old, he's awful brave. You know, at the end of that movie, facing off against that professor guy. Professor
Quirrell.
Yeah, he's extremely brave in that. I'm not sure how many 11-year-olds would really do that. But
I would scream at him and say, "Come here! I'm gonna punch you in the face since I have the sorcerer or philosopher's stone in my hand, and I can make your face turn into smoke and rock."
But of course, Harry Potter in this universe is the chosen one, so he has
braveness.
So he has some extra braveness, probably.
Actually, it's not braveness; it's love,
or dedication, or a sense of responsibility, or. But it's still a terrific movie. You know, sort of a
really, it's a really good starter.
Sort of an origin story, so you get to meet all the characters and.
But there's no characters in every movie. There's no characters in every movie.
Well, that's true, yeah, but you get to meet all the main characters.
Yeah, and then.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Then new main characters come out.
Right.
Next movies.
So then we're going to move on to number 5, which is Chamber of Secrets, which is the second movie made. And again, it's
But this one, he's even more braver, facing off a gigantic snake.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a really good movie. All that stuff with the book and Tom Riddle, just really, really. It's actually a very complex story too.
Yeah.
It's a really
dark.
Yeah,
it's two Voldemorts.
Well, all these movies are dark.
But yeah,
I don't really consider the Harry Potter movies kid movies because these movies go to some really dark places.
But the first 3 are kind of kiddish since they're all PG.
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
and then 6 is PG also.
Well, the ratings aren't. I'm not sure about the ratings. It's just some of the content is just really just they go to some really serious. They deal with some really serious issues, which I like. These are the kind of movies I would have really liked. I mean, I like them now, but these are the kind of movies I really would have liked when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I didn't like kid movies. I like movies that were a little more old, that were for like older people. So
like James Bond and stuff.
Yeah, like that. I never cared for the quote unquote kid movies. So these were the kind of movies that I would have really eaten these movies up when I was younger. But I like them. But even as an adult, I really liked them as well.
Okay, so go to your next one.
So we're going to number, 4 here. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is a really interesting movie. I like the whole competition between the different schools. I like the fact that there are other schools of wizardry around the world. That girls' school and that other school that apparently is like somewhere in.
It is a Quidditch master. That must have been like a Quidditch school.
Where I guess they're sort of Russian or Eastern European kind of characters that are just some really interesting.
And has the really interesting. It even has an origin to Chamber of Secrets of the Riddle House.
Yeah.
If you have not read the book, the first chapter is called The Riddle House, I think. And it explains, and it's 4 actually really starts the darkness of the series.
But there's something about the Goblet of Fire I don't understand. In the competition there, they got Hermione under the water, right? They got her under there to.
Yeah.
That's really her under there, right? They got her in some kind of a trance, right?
Yeah, I think they really put her down. That's why Professor McGonagall told Ron and Hermione to come. Right?
Yeah, that's right. So this is what I don't understand, and I hope I'm not getting the movies mixed up. There's a scene, I believe, that's in this movie. Weren't they supposed to all go to town, and Harry couldn't go because his uncle?
That's Prisoner of Azkaban.
Is that in Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah, where he doesn't go to Hogsmeade or whatever.
Okay. Well, there's a scene in the Prisoner of Azkaban where Harry can't go to town because his uncle didn't sign a piece of paper.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban.
The school says they can't take Harry into town to do something. But in this movie, they can take some of the students, put them in a trance, put them under the water, and almost kill them. That's okay. But in this movie, they can't. In that movie, they can't just let Harry go to town to get a Coca-Cola and some chips.
No, because of Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know that his godfather was murdered.
But other than that, but I love the whole competition. The movie gets really dark. It goes to some really serious places with Voldemort. I mean,
Voldemort. You said Voldemort.
Voldemort. But however you say it.
Voldemort.
Everybody, the person who can't be mentioned.
Or he who must not be named.
He who must not be named.
Lord Voldemort.
Okay, moving on to my number 3.
We actually had the exact same number 3.
Yeah, Order of the Phoenix.
That is funny.
Interesting movie. This is sort of Harry taking leadership. This is where Harry takes control and starts training people to be warriors.
He turns into the new Defense Against the Dark Art kid.
And
or 15-year-old.
Yeah,
Since the Defense of the Dark Art teacher in that movie is just stupid. She takes control of the whole entire school.
Well, she's a politician and she has an agenda.
But that's not her job to just fire teachers.
Well, that actually was her job because that's what she went there to do, to disrupt things, to put loyal people. That movie has a lot of political undertones. It's very interesting.
And it also has a really good fight with Voldemort.
Yeah, to watch that movie when you're a little older, it'll probably have different meanings to you when you see it later in life. Going on to number 2, The Half-Blood Prince. This is where the movie gets really serious. This is where Dumbledore dies.
This is where the burrow gets burned. This is where the whole entire Harry Potter series just goes.
Well, this is the movie that kind of like sets the things in motion that started sorcery. For the final battle. So
it kind of just broke the hand. The fist broke the hand on that movie, and it's still rated PG. I don't know what the rating people were thinking. It's a PG rated movie.
Well, maybe, yeah, but it's
it didn't have as much stuff in Order of the Phoenix and Goblet of Fire did, but it did have some times that it could have been rated PG-13.
Well, I mean, all these movies could have been rated PG-13,
except for the first 2. Those are just really.
I could even see those being rated PG-13 if you really pressed it. But
yeah, but they weren't really that serious. They were just really funny and stuff. There were some really funny areas in the first 2. Some in 3 also.
But, the Half-Blood Prince is where, and I love that scene toward the end of the movie where Snape tells Harry that I am the Half-Blood Prince, and how dare you try to use my what do you call them, my spells against me. It was a really good scene.
and when Harry and Draco Malfoy fight in the like bathroom area. What's that area again? They like where like Harry was spying on Draco, and then they really started fighting and stuff.
Yeah, it was a really, really good movie. Very good movie.
The movie's good, but in my standards, not a really good Harry Potter movie. But that's just me.
It's Harry Potter all in the movie, though.
Yeah.
And then to my number one, my favorite movie so far, Prisoner of Azkaban. Why do I pick this one to be my favorite other than the others? A couple of reasons. First of all, the bus.
Yeah,
I love the bus. The bus is, I could see they could spend the entire 2-hour movie just riding around that bus, and I'd watch it. Love the bus and all the characters on the bus driver, the guy with the hat.
And that like talking little chain thing that was like,
Yeah.
we're taking it away, lady at 12 o'clock, stop, 1, 2.
Yeah, that was just cool. That bus.
I also liked when his aunt got like blown up and like turned into like a balloon.
Yeah, that's a great way to start it,
and also the ridiculous spell and Professor Lupin and stuff. That was really cool too.
Yeah, so all that plus this movie has one of my all-time favorite actors making his first appearance in the series. Gary Oldman, who plays Sirius Black. Just a terrific performance. You've got werewolves in this movie. I mean, this movie has everything.
It has.
It's got the Dementors.
It has some go back in time scenes. It is really cool.
It's just an extremely cool movie. Very well done.
Harry grown up a little too much for 1 year of Wizarding World, but 2 years of real life. It's just what's his name again?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, he just grew way too much.
Well, he grew fast.
Yeah, he grew faster than every other character.
Well, that's all right. Some people do that.
Yeah. Has anyone seen how like always in the third movie, like every character gets really tall?
Well, they're growing,
Yeah, it's kind of funny how in the first 2 movies they look the exact same, sort of. Kind of grow a little bit in the second movie, but then in the third movie they're just really tall and like different voices and stuff. So, is there anything else you want to say about Prisoner of Azkaban?
No, I think it's just a terrific movie.
There's also a few things that you're forgetting about the movie.
What am I forgetting about?
You missed one scene. When Scabbers turns into Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like Snape, like Harry just does this to a teacher. Wait, what? Did he say Expelliarmus, I think he said Expelliarmus, and then it was like knocked Professor Snape into wood and stuff to answer questions. And there is also another scene that you forgot.
Well, the whole movie has great scenes in it.
Uh-huh. I like the opening of the movie where he's like saying Glumas Maximum.
Oh yeah,
It was really cool. That's probably the coolest intro. It's like, it would have been even cooler if he said Lumus Maximum. Yeah, I love the credits too. It's like Lumus Maximum.
And this movie has great visuals. Really, really cool visuals.
And then it's like in the credits are like the Martyrs map, and it's really cool.
And when you look at who the director is, this shouldn't be surprising if the visuals are so cool. It's Alfonso Cuarón, who just won the Academy Award for Best Director for Gravity. Does great visual.
I just realized. Oh, there.
But just a terrific series of movies. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why I haven't taken the time yet to watch Deathly Hallows
because they're too long.
In their entirety. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch both of them yet.
The movie's about 5 hours.
But I'm
5 hours and 36.
As I always say on these videos, I'm the world's busiest man, so it's hard for me to find time sometimes. But
well, you're not the world's.
I had planned on watching them over the Christmas holidays, but time got away from me. So
since we had so much to record, we're not recording a Roblox video after this.
Possibly. So, but yeah, that's just our little breakdown of the Harry Potter movies.
Yes, very good movies. They're all really good.
Oh, they're all excellent.
Mm-hmm. But some of them break your wrist, your fist, breaks your hand on some of the scenes of some movies.
Yeah, whatever that means.
The only one that I really didn't see too much of the PG-13, I think the one that was probably most likely to be PG out of the PG-13 ones was Order of the Phoenix. That one was just really close, I think, to being a PG movie. Because that one was just... It didn't really have a lot of the Goblet of Fire had and Deadly Hallows had. It was going down a little bit more than those two movies. Goblet of Fire and Deadly Hallows. It went a little bit down, but it was still PG-13 for some other sections of the movie. That really awesome Voldemort fight.
Absolutely.
Ministry of Magic. I think that's what got it up to be a PG-13 movie.
Absolutely.
It's actually really sad and really awesome when Harry gets like all evil and stuff. Remember that scene where he's like, where he lays from Voldemort's power and stuff? It's like when I first watched Order of the Phoenix, I was thinking about something like this. So basically, Harry just starts his life on someone's doorstep that he didn't even know, but realized that it was his grandparents, family relations, whatever.
It's his mother's sister.
Yeah, related people. And then, when he turns 11, he goes to this school of witchcraft and wizardry when he doesn't even realize he thinks he's a muggle, but he's a wizard. And then, he doesn't even know what a muggle was. He didn't know what any of that was. He just thought that he was a person. That's it. He just thought he was a person. Just a normal person who had a scar on his forehead. Because, anyone could have a scar on their forehead.
Yeah, but not a lightning bolt scar.
Unless, well, here's the thing. They could also get a lightning bolt scar if something hit them in that type of way.
Mm.
Like if they hit their head on something that had like sharp ends like this.
Yep.
They could make a lightning bolt out of that.
They could,
It would just be very hard to tell if you were going to do that. And someone could stab a pencil in there. Someone in my school Chloe told me about this guy who got some Harry Potter glasses, and this girl in his class made a lightning bolt scar with a pencil on his forehead to make him look like he was Harry Potter.
Very cool. So we're over 32 minutes right now, so we need to wrap this up. So we hope you all have enjoyed our
I
little...
haven't finished my statement of the thing.
Oh,
okay.
And then I'll just sit back here and finish your statement. I apologize.
And then when he turns 13, all this weird, crazy stuff starts happening. And then he starts really turning kind of evil in 3 about trying to kill Sirius Black. Like really getting all shouty and stuff about him. And then in 4, he gets to see Voldemort return as a scar hurts. And then when he turns 15, he kind of gets like possessed by Voldemort or something. Just when he yells and shouts, it's kind of like possessed by Voldemort. And he's like, you! And like, kind of like he was...
Well, there's a reason for that. He is possessed by Voldemort because Voldemort's inside of him.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert there.
It happened in Goblet of Fire. He touched him on the scar and he put some of his blood inside.
Well, there's they reveal in the last movies that Harry Potter is one of the Horcruxes. What do you call it? The
Horcruxes.
So Harry Potter's had a piece of Voldemort inside of him the entire time, so his whole life. So it's not that he's possessed by him, but he's possessed by him. So he is possessed by him.
Yeah.
So
another reason why I think Goblet of Fire got to a PG-13 rating was when Peter stabbed him and made a skull and stuff for the blood.
That's a pretty intense scene.
And when he puts the stuff together, it is pretty disgusting seeing all that red stuff and then flesh. At least you didn't get to see the cut that Peter did to himself That
Yep.
would have been disgusting as he cut his own flesh off.
Yep.
I wonder how much that would have hurt.
It would have hurt a lot.
But here's the thing, but he got a silver hand. I think there's something about Prisoner of Azkaban I still don't get. If the cover of the movie has a bronze-looking Harry Potter sign, then why inside the movie the Harry Potter sign, the Wonder Brothers sign is silver?
I don't think they thought about it.
I know, right? I mean, because if you look on the menu of Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire, the Goblet of Fire was the original silver sign, but they just, in the menu of Prisoner of Azkaban, they had the exact same Harry Potter sign, the exact same color that Goblet of Fire was originally going to have. So
I don't know.
It was weird.
I guess they just used what they used.
Yeah.
So it's getting late on a Saturday night. We hope you all enjoyed our little talk about Harry Potter. So we will see you
next time. We might do a review of our favorite intros of the Harry Potter series.
Or
something that has to do with more Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
So yeah. We might review the books.
Maybe we'll do a full length review of each movie.
Oh man.
That'd be kind of
about hour videos.
That might be kind of cool.
Like an hour with Harry Potter of us talking for an hour about one movie.
Yeah, I may want to rewatch them. So let's do that. So let's.
We'll rewatch them.
So stay tuned for later in the. That may be a summer project for us. So we're getting close to the summer. So
every Saturday we will record our original videos, and we'll do an hour with Harry Potter.
Yeah, we'll see. Sounds like a good idea. So
and when after the 8th week finishes of that, which is about almost my whole entire summer vacation. I think I have 9 weeks of summer vacation.
Yeah, they're shorter than they used to be. We'll see.
They're used to be 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
The reason why they were longer back then is because when they had Thanksgiving break, it was only 4 days, I think.
We only used to get off for 2.5 days for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think Thursday and Friday. Did you say?
Yeah, we got off half day Wednesday and then Thursday and Friday. That's how it was when we were in school, back in the old good old days.
Well, you got a long summer vacation.
Our summer vacations were 3.5 months. Yeah.
I think I would have rather had that for Thanksgiving.
So, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Stay tuned for an hour with Harry Potter during this summer.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody.
Bye.